Hi, some thoughts for today, the second Sunday of Easter. Fleshy Nessie sketch convinced experts to stick their necks out. So ran a headline in a leading newspaper this week. The article under the headline tells the story of a drawing of a creature with a long neck, flippers and dorsal fin which came to light this week. The sketch contains the image of a large creature that was supposed to have come ashore in September 1936. Nessie was apparently first sighted by St. Columba in the 6th century, and as we know, has attracted increasing attention since ambiguous photographs were taken in the 1930s. Various explorations have taken place using sonar techniques, but as yet there is no concrete proof of her existence. Nessie appears to have a close relative in the waters of Lake Mora. Also this week, a filmmaker has issued a $1 million challenge to the British Museum to prove the Turin shroud is a forgery. The shroud, said to have been the burial garment of Jesus, worn until he rose from the dead, bears the imprint of Jesus and has undergone various tests and investigations. So whether it be Nessie, the shroud or whatever, it may be we are all searching for reasons to believe. That is where Thomas is this morning. It is now 8 days since his fellow disciples have told him that Jesus had appeared to them in his risen form. 8 days for Thomas, who must have wondered about their experience. For Jesus was in the room with them, talking to them and telling them that as the Father sent him out, so Jesus was sending them out to carry on the work. Thomas wants a reason to believe. He's not able to accept what they have told him. He feels an outsider and slightly isolated. What they shared, they all used to share together, but this is so difficult for him to accept. Thomas tells his friends that only touching Jesus and his wounds would convince him. The touch would give him a reason to believe. The disciples are all gathered together, and this time Thomas was with them. I suspect that he never left their side since Jesus' first appearance. Once again, the doors are locked, but Jesus comes in and stands among them. He greets them with the words, "Peace be with you." Immediately he speaks to Thomas and invites him to touch his wounds. Thomas has his reasons to believe and says to Jesus, "My Lord and my God." It is a very special meeting. Jesus does not condemn Thomas for not believing. Instead, his words asking the disciples to set their troubled and frightened hearts at rest. Peace be with you. No condemnation saying, "Where were you all when I needed you?" No. Instead, words of comfort. Peace be with you. Then he does not show Thomas his risen glory, but rather he opens his hands and shows him his wounds and said, "See, touch and believe." The wound and the pain in Thomas's heart meets the wounds of Jesus, and there is healing. Thomas has his reasons to believe, and his life will be forever changed. We all seek reasons to believe. We look at our world around us and plead for reasons to believe. We look at our political leaders and again plead and shout for reasons to believe. We all need a reason to believe, for without one, life is difficult and only a series of bitter disappointments. We want and need to believe. The world too needs to find a reason to believe in the risen Lord. And that's where we come in. By our love and way of life in what we do and what we say, we must try to be the reason why others would find a reason to believe in the risen Lord. Whether by the shores of Loch Ness or in the upper room, or in our own hearts and lives, we need a reason to believe. Travel Safe Program. Hello.